Welcome everyone back to the podcast. We have a special guest on the international podcast, which is IMO David, who is a great director from Nigeria, does a great job on his films, and he's joining us for the podcast to share about his background in it and other great tips as well. How you doing, David?
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm fine.
I wanted to ask you, how'd you get started in the movies?
Yeah, I started movies for my church because my church hosted a program with two of my friends. So we decided to come together and put up a short skit for the church. And then I did it and it went very far with just my phone. And the pastor started encouraging me that, yeah, I can do more Christian films, shoot more. And from there, I started doing it. That's way. The same way I started doing it. We did a program in church. We brought out, you do something, either you shoot a skit or you do music or do anything, then you bring it to church and they show the
Oh,
whole church.
I
Yes,
see. Okay. You brought it into the church, which I think it was great. The fact that you put it together, and some of the things that
yes,
you do create in the movies is at least an hour long. And you were mentioning how you use mainly your phone for that. What goes behind
yes.
your creativity? Like, how do you just manage just using your phone?
Yeah, yeah. Sometimes I feel discouraged, but you know, it keeps coming back to me. I want to shoot bigger films, but lack of equipment. So I just have to do it. If I don't do it, it keeps just coming back to my mind. Like start off something first. Start off with your phone. Just start with your phone. That's just keep coming back to my head.
Ah, okay. And what was the inspiration for some of your Christian films? Did you take it from any other movie?
No, true life experience.
Mm,
What's happened around my society, my family, just to try to bring it out in film, let people see what is going on. Because so many people don't know what is happening. If you don't show it, if you don't tell people, people don't know what's happening.
wow.
So film is the best medium to show it.
Yeah, and I do want to say to congratulate you on really being faithful over there because I know you're mentioning earlier in our text about in Nigeria Christianity is really looked down upon and there's a bit of
Yes,
persecution. What experience do you
yes,
have with people, uh, disliking the Christian faith?
yeah, yes. Sometimes, uh, uh, mm, sometimes we just have to pray that God does not send somebody that is going to trouble you that much. So
Yeah,
we just try something out. Just keep trying, keep praying for protection
yeah,
because a lot of things happen there. Just keep God protect me as I'm going out. I don't fall in any bad hands, stuff like
yeah.
that.
To hear that you're also a Christian in Nigeria, where I know there's different faiths there as well. What made you be like, okay, I want to be a Christian? What convinced you?
Yeah, I grew up in a Christian family. You
Mm,
know, I've always heard sermons of going to hell. Hell is a very bad place. It's not where any humans want to be. So
yeah.
my pastor keep preaching, keep it has to get to a point that I have to like have this conviction in me that I need to give my life to Christ. I gave my life to Christ very early. So at the age
Mm.
of 16, I gave my life to Christ. So from that time, I was involved in church ministry, from the praise and worship to the media to the ushering department, just to keep myself going.
Wow. Yeah, and how do you do your best to be like an example of Christ in your community? Because I know that you mentioned about your church and your one of them is like your movies that you make, right, for your church. I'm
Yes,
wondering how you do it around locally for people to know that, oh, I'm a Christian, you know?
there's a lot of criticism here. People criticize you. People say something like Christian film doesn't go far. Christian film doesn't bring any conviction, doesn't bring anything. But you're a Christian filmmaker, knows that I'm doing this just to glorify God, just to win somebody. Because I can remember in my church, we did a film program, and a lot of people got saved from film, from Christian film. So that inspired me a lot. Like I can also shoot my life story, and people can get saved from it. You know,
Mm, that's good stuff. And I also know you're a big fan of self-help books. What books have you has inspired you to just change or even develop more in your character?
Yeah. Um, Thinking Big from Ben Cassie. I hardly don't read a lot of books, but I listen to audiobooks a lot from
Ah,
Miles Maron, yes, and then you know so many of them. I just listen to it because I don't really have time to sit down and start reading, but I just put my earpiece and then listen to something like that.
listen to it. Wow, it's very cool, man. And I think when you're mentioning audiobooks, I'm a big fan of that as well. I do enjoy the development side of it and just wanting to grow as
Yeah.
an individual. Even the Bible is the greatest, self-help book that's out there that can just help
Yes.
you grow as an individual, which I love I love a lot. And
Yes.
I was gonna say, what is your main job in Nigeria? What do you do over there, Emo?
Yeah. I'm a student. I'm presently in my
Ah,
school environment. I'm a student. Yes.
and is this school for TV and film, or is it just different from
No,
that?
just different. I'm doing computer science and software engineering in school. Yeah. But filming is my passion.
Ah, and so yeah, like in the meantime, you're just working on another, something to pay for the bills, right? Is what I'm assuming with the computer science, as you hope that this other passion is able to grow and pay that off down
Yeah.
the road.
Yes. 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 Yes.
Yeah,
Just
very.
to because there there are some things I want to do. So if I have the knowledge of a computer, so I don't have to pay somebody out there to do like running my own Christian streaming platform. So I
Yeah.
don't have to pay somebody out there. I can design it myself, you know, do the web development, the mobile development, the app, stuff
Wow.
like that. I can do it myself. So it's an advantage for me.
Wow, that's very smart. Yeah, you're right, because you don't want to continue to pay somebody else when you could just, like you
Yes.
said, complete everything
Yes.
and not have to deal with sending out that money. And so I'm happy to hear that you have a
Yes.
strategy behind it to just work on these things yourself. I
Yeah.
also know that you're trying your best to also get funds for your Christian films in Nigeria too.
Yes.
I could also leave that in the description of the video for anyone that wants to donate to you, to really help
Okay.
you, because I think it is a great cause that you're doing to at least
Yes.
start something in Nigeria. Because you said, it's not very common to have people have this dreams of making movies because of
Yes.
the economic situation. So I'll definitely leave that in the description. Are you
Okay.
planning to set up any other possible fundraisers like GoFundMe or Patreon?
Yeah. I try to set up a GoFundMe account, but due to the country I am, is
Yeah.
not allowed. Yeah. So I needed somebody outside. I don't know anybody outside who can help me with it. So just to, you know, some things are just limited here.
I had a question, David. Would Western Union work in your country by any chance?
What do you say?
Western Union, because it's also another
Yeah.
way to send funds to aid somebody.
Yes. 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 We have here Western Union. Yeah. It works here.
Okay. Yeah, because I definitely know that you've been reaching out to at least get the help for that, and definitely, I mean, I'm impressed with the stuff you've created with your phone, and I just can only imagine if you
Yeah.
had better, technology and better things to improve the quality of your video. So I would definitely be looking out for that. For any listeners, you
Yes.
could also help out, email David with that, and it's crazy. It's
Yes.
very encouraging to see how far you've been coming to, because I remember talking to you through our community group for Christian TV
Yeah.
filmmakers, and it's great that you continue to put out
Yes.
work. You didn't just stop with one movie that you put on YouTube, but you continue to make more.
Yes.
So that's really inspiring. I just want to
Yes.
share with that with you, Emo, David. The fact that you're in the area that you're in, where it's not as big, but definitely here we appreciate it. I
Yes.
appreciate it here, and I want to ask you about entrepreneurship. So, like, what do you feel is the biggest
Yes.
challenge for you as someone that is an entrepreneur?
Okay. To gather people who can help you chase your dream. Sometimes people don't believe what you believe in. So people don't see what you see. You just have to like bring the vision out to them, let them see it, break it down. So I can present an idea to somebody and person can just discard it because he's not seeing the vision. So sometimes that's just the vision is the problem. Vision.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and that's great. And I was gonna say, the people that you do team up with back at home where you stay at, how do you reach out to people
Yeah.
to be like, hey, do you want to be in my movie, or do you have to like do some kind of deal or anything like that with them?
No, I use my family, my brother, my sister, my
Uh,
brother friends, and sometimes my mother. So because I can't pay somebody outside, I can't pay somebody outside who help me shoot. So I just get my phone because I have one phone, I have one tripod, I have one laptop. So I get my phone, get my tripod, call my friends, write a script, and then give it to them to art it.
wow. Okay. Yeah,
Yeah,
because I definitely do see you on there online to try to promote your stuff, and it's great with the stuff that you have that is like, limited, but you make the most out of it, which is super awesome on that end. And I was gonna say,
yeah.
how is in Nigeria, how's the political climate? Has it been like ever changing because of COVID, lockdowns, and things like that?
Yeah, there's so many things happening here in Nigeria. The police are killing young people,
Mm,
just killing young people anyhow. The government just turned their backs on the youth. So protesting,
wow.
killings, corruption, so many things. Just
You mentioned about the protesting. What are they protesting for in Nigeria?
yeah, quality. Policemen stop young people on the road
Mm.
and then searches their phones and then kill them. Just
Oh
shoot
wow.
them for no reason.
That's crazy. I mean, that's
Yeah.
even them being above the law, not even protecting
Yes,
people. That's crazy.
yes.
And you said you're kind of tired of that too, right? Because I'm sure that you've probably heard of people experience it. So wow. Thank you for sharing
Yeah.
that. Definitely usually what I like to ask as we wrap up the podcast here is
Yeah.
COVID-19 has been a very big year for a lot of people all over the world. Very challenging.
Yes.
What do you feel like is the
Yes.
biggest lesson it's taught you?
Um, Big lesson. Okay. Uh, I believe that I learned that we don't have much time on this earth. So the time we have left, we should use it to glorify God because I remember staying at home for about 6 months. I could not do anything. I have to start thinking of what to do at home, shoot a film, do something, but it was very difficult. So wow, I thought I have all the time in the world. I
Wow.
was saying, I was telling myself that if this COVID-19 should continue, there will nobody left on this earth again. So I was like, God, give us a second chance. I'm going to use my skills no matter what. If I don't have equipment, because I keep procrastinating things. I
Yeah.
keep saying I'll do it next time. But no, I'm going to start anything I can start as possible.
Wow. Thank you. Thank you for sharing that. And thank you again, Emo David, for just joining the podcast and just sharing all those details.
Yeah.
Definitely as you send out more information of ways to help you with your filmmaking back in Nigeria, send it to me and
Okay.
I could put it on the description and then let people know how to reach out to you or even check out your material too, because I know it's on YouTube. And I think it's
Yes.
great that
Yes.
you're able to get, your family involved in that way. But was
Yes.
there any shout outs you want to do before we close out the podcast?
Woo. I just want to shout out my yeah. Okay. My small Christian fans who watch my small skits on YouTube.
Ah,
It's not much, but I really appreciate them. No, I appreciate them a lot. Yeah.
amen. Well,
Yeah.
again,
Yeah.
thank you, David,
Yeah.
for all of
Yes.
that. And we'll be in touch more, but that'll be wrapping up the podcast. Till next time, guys.